When he heard this, Jesus said, "The sickness will not end in death. No, it's for God's glory, so that God's Son of Man be glorified through it." Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. So when he heard that Lazarus was sick, he stayed where he was 2 more days. When he heard that Lazarus was sick, he stayed where he was 2 more days, and then said to his disciples, "Let us go back to Judea." Jesus was informed that Lazarus was sick, but what he did was to stay where he was for 2 more days, meaning that your situation, whatever that it is that you're going through right now, should not make you panic. It's God's will that it is supposed to happen, so that the glory of God can be glorified through that situation. Okay, verse 8 says, "But Rabbi," they said, "a short while ago the Jews there tried to stone you, and yet you're going back." Banyakile go mmolaya, and they asked, "Are you still going back there?" Jesus answered, "Are there no 12 hours of a daylight? Anyone who walks in the daytime will not stumble, for they see by the world's light. It is when a person walks at night that they stumble, for they have no light." After he said this, he went to tell them, "Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I am going there to wake him up." He told them that Lazarus was sleeping. They thought it was a natural sleep until they realized Lazarus is dead. But to their surprise was, God said, "I am going to wake him up." How do you wake someone up? How do you wake that person up? His disciples replied, "Lord, if he sleeps, he will get better." Alright. Jesus had been speaking of his death, but his disciples thought they meant a natural sleep. So then he told them plainly, "Lazarus is dead. Lazarus utlokofeji, and for your sake I'm glad I was not there, so that you may believe. But let us go to him." Then Thomas said to the rest of the disciples, "Let us go, that we may die with him." On his arrival, Jesus found that Lazarus has already been there in the tomb for 4 days, meaning he was already rotten. Now, Bethany was less than 2 miles from Jerusalem, and many Jews came to Martha and Mary to comfort them in the loss of their brothers. When Martha heard that Jesus was coming, she went out to meet him, but Mary stayed at home. "Lord," Martha said to Jesus, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. But I know that even now, God will give you whatever you ask." Mary said to Jesus that, "God, if you had been here, Lazarus would have been alive." At some point, you feel like if Modimo ngebe a le gona, some of the things that you're going through, but they are happening because the glory of God needs to be glorified. They are there to serve the purpose of God being glorified through that situation. So whatever that it is that you're going through right now, it's not because you are not supposed to go through that. You are supposed to go through that. It's God's will that you are supposed to go through all that, because God wants you to know that He is there, He's able, and He can do it all. And you need to endure whatever that you're going through, so that the glory of God may be glorified. It is not because God is not there, but He is seeing whatever that you are going through, but He just wants you to go through that phase so that His glory may be glorified. Do you get it? Jesus said to her, "I'm the resurrection I'm the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me live, even though they die. And whoever lives by believing in me will never die.